What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today is Friday, October 11th, 2024. Yes, it's me, Climate Data Report. It's been a really long time since I've done a video. If you were affected by any of the hurricanes recently, Hurricane Milton, Hurricane Helene, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery process, and my prayers really go out to you from these two just incredible storms that have impacted the United States. Alright, if you're new to my channel, give this a thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, and if you have any comments, leave them down below. Let's take a look at the national picture here. And we do see the national picture on satellite is a quiet one, something we'd like to see. We're not talking about any significant weather for the foreseeable future. We're going to see a few small things here and there, but nothing major, and the tropics going forward, at least for the next week to a week and a half, are now looking quiet. No storms, no big storms are coming towards the U.S. right now. You may have heard some rumors, oh, there's another storm headed for Florida right now. That's not the case at the moment. We're going to go through a quiet stretch. Hurricane season's not over, but right now we are going to get a break, which is well needed. Now, we're not getting a break from some other things. Out in the West Coast and in the mountains, wildfires have been a big issue for you, and you can almost see some of the wildfire smoke here on this satellite loop. And taking a look at the national hazards, you can see it's relatively quiet across the United States, but we do have some air quality alerts ongoing in the Pacific Northwest. That's from those wildfires and the smoke that they are causing. Alrighty, let's update you on Milton. So far, Milton, 16 people, unfortunately, have lost their lives. Yes, very sad. And there was a humongous tornado outbreak across Florida with Milton, which was really impressive. More impressive than expected. And yes, there have been several confirmed tornadoes that have occurred from Milton so far. Now, taking a look at the power outage situation, and Florida, you still have 2.2 million people without Florida, but that is a vast improvement. At one point, it was over 3 million, and I thought I saw Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, say that from the beginning of the storm, 1.6 million people have regained power. All right, taking a look at this, something that's really remarkable. Hats off to the National Hurricane Center that did a fantastic job predicting the track of Milton. Here's where it was when it was a tropical depression. Look where they had the track. They had the track aimed just south of Tampa Bay. Here is the key messages for Milton on Wednesday, October 9th. Take a look at this. Let's zoom in. They had it perfectly nailed down several days in advance. That is accuracy. That is why it is so important we continue all things National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center. The National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center are really key to warning you of when a storm threat is coming, because they do a fantastic job. All right, we have to talk about Hurricane Helen for a minute. Helene now responsible for 230 deaths. Yes, this is just truly tragic, and that number could still go up even further, as there are still some people that are missing from the storm. It is just totally incredible. This is a hurricane season that we will not forget here in the United States. All right, taking a look at the National Hurricane Center, we see Leslie is still out there. It's actually finally starting to weaken. It's down to 50 miles per hour. Within the next couple days, it will not be an issue anymore. And we do have another invest out in the Atlantic, but as of right now, that poses no threat to the United States whatsoever. All right, something else we have to talk about here in the United States, which is also a problem. That is drought. While there was oh so much rain across portions of North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, there's a lot of this country in the United States that needs rain right now. West Virginia, you're in severe drought. Pennsylvania, drought conditions have been worsening. Where I am here in Philadelphia, I don't think we've had more than a quarter of an inch of rain in over a month. It's time. We need some rain. And it was really wet to start the year. Second half of the year has been really dry so far. Then you come out to the rest of the country. The Great Lakes. parts of the Northeast, Texas, the Plains, the West Coast. It is very dry, and we do need the rain really bad. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing any significant rainfall events that would alter this map to make it look wetter any time soon. And this is only going to keep the wildfire threats continuing to go out on the West Coast. Take a look at this. Here's the next 1 through 7 day precipitation amounts. You do see that the Pacific Northwest coastal region, you do see like Seattle, and then you come down to Portland, Oregon. All right, some precipitation for you. But look at this big dry area in between. That's not good. The Northeast does see a little bit of precipitation, nothing major. And Miami, Florida, we're looking at some chances for precipitation for you over the next several days as well. Let's talk about those wildfires for just a second. Yeah, Wyoming, this is one of them. 100,000 acres of land have burned. You can see the pictures of the elk here, deer and elk in the picture. And I saw a video the other day of elk literally running away from the fires. It is just heartbreaking and tragic to see what's going on here. And of course, we had Milton as well. Getting back to that for a second, Milton in Florida. And I do want to show you storm reports from the Storm Prediction Center. And we can see here, it's showing 45 tornado reports. Now, I don't know that there were 45 total. And if you filter it, it's 38. But we'll probably get, as the days go on, we'll probably get an actual official count of what the total number of tornadoes were. But that was responsible for some of the deaths with Milton. The good thing is we're not looking at any significant severe weather over the next several days, just this marginal area across portions of West Virginia and eastern Kentucky and parts of Virginia. I don't know that that's going to go to a slight risk, but there is a front that will come through, and with that, it'll have a change in temperatures. It'll be some of the coolest air of the season, coolest air of the season in the Northeast next week, and there could be some thunder and lightning, maybe an isolated wind report or hail report with that. So we'll have to watch that. That is for Sunday. Let's take a look at the models, and I'll show you that on the models. You can see here, Sunday, we will have some rain back across portions of Pennsylvania. In fact, actually, let's rewind this for a moment. We can see here, I want to show you this. Florida, you'll be talking about some showers, maybe some thunderstorms over the weekend. Nothing major, but there's that rain once again that comes across Pennsylvania and portions of New England. And take a look at the NAM. Look close. Yes, maybe Maine, New Hampshire, maybe in parts of Vermont. The snow, there may be snow in the highest elevation. It's possible, as this low will try to transfer. It's not going to really become a coastal system. And then behind that, some of the coldest air of the season. There will be snow showers in some of the higher elevations of the Northeast. Vermont, upstate New York, New Hampshire, Mount Washington. Yeah, you'll likely see a few flakes flying, flurries. Taking a look now at the GFS model, and we're going to go into the longer range. And I'm going to show you several things here. First off, you can see in the start of this, it's quiet across much of the United States. But then there comes that front that goes across the Great Lakes and into the Northeast over the weekend. Here's those showers and thunderstorms down in Florida, mainly southern Florida. And you can see here, behind that system, a low does develop, and there's those snow showers. Yes, it's that time of the year up in New England, and we can see out on the West Coast that there is some showers and some rain activity that will come into the Pacific Northwest. The rest of the country is going to be quiet, but take a look in the east. Let's go over the temperatures. Yes, some of the coldest air so far this season, and there very well could be in some places a hard freeze that occurs next Wednesday night and next Thursday night. Take a look at the Northeast. The growing season is going to come to an end there from about Pennsylvania on northward. Maybe not for Philadelphia because of the heat island effect, and maybe not for New York City, but yes. Now, behind that, there will eventually be a warm-up once again. You can see here, things do start to warm up as we go into the following weekend, but it's not going to be a long-lasting warm-up. And let's go back to the surface. Take a look at this down the Gulf. You can see here, yes, there is some activity way to the south, and I'm actually going to change the view on this. You can see there is some activity way to the south, but nothing organized really forms. So we're all the way out now at the 252 hours. You're in the clear. You're getting quiet for Florida. You may have heard rumors, oh, there's going to be a storm that develops. Yes, there was. Several days ago, the GFS was insistent that in the upper 200s and the 300 hours out, and a very unreliable range, that there was going to be a tropical system. We're not seeing that right now. I'm not saying Florida's done for the season, but for the next week to 2 weeks, it's going to be quiet, and we'll have to watch out in the Atlantic. Maybe something at some point does get going once again. You see here the GFS tries to get something going in the extended range, but right now, embrace the quiet period. All right, let's take a look at the climate prediction center. You can see here the central region, we're talking about above average temperatures for the 6 to 10 day period. In the east, we're talking about slightly below average temperatures and near normal on the west coast. As for precipitation, well below average from Louisiana on northeast. Not a good thing. Dry conditions are really going to continue, and for places like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, that's fine for you, but it's the other places where it's been oh so dry that it's a problem. And precipitation will be above average in the Pacific Northwest. You saw that on the GFS. There's going to be some disturbances that do come through in between near normal and near normal for Southern California as well. Above average temperatures on the 8 to 14 day outlook. Not going to be as cool as it will be next week in the Northeast. It's looking like there may be a significant warm-up where temperatures will go above average, slightly below average in the Pacific Northwest, above average in California, and slightly above average in the Southeast as well. 8 to 14 day precipitation. Still very dry in the Northeast, and we can see here in the central region, slightly above average precipitation, and the Pacific Northwest is going to be slightly above average at this time. Already, when I'm not doing updates, which is not all the time, when I'm not doing updates, you can follow me over on Climate Data Report on X. We will have another update again in the near future as needed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Hit that notification bell. And of course, share this video with anyone you know. I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, please stay safe and enjoy the nicer, quieter weather that the majority of the country is going to be dealing with. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.